The Path, Kriya Yoga with Goswami Kriyananda, is a series of discussions that can help you change your life. If you're looking for inspiration, information on everything from meditation to reincarnation, this is a series for you. Thanks for watching. How can we who want to continue our spiritual path also attract a healthy relationship into our life?
I think the question should be, whoever one is, whoever you are, what do we do to attract healthy people? Whether we're spiritual or unspiritual, whether we're Christian, Catholic, Jewish, or atheist. The idea is this is the garden of God. We should be happy here. And one of the important things for most human beings is companionship. So the question is, whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are, how do you attract healthy people? It's easy. The first step is, oh, this is tough. Oh, I know. Yes, make yourself healthy first.
And happy, perhaps.
They go together.
Because for some people who might be viewing this, having a relationship seems different than their spiritual pursuits. And explain a little bit about the concept of householders that we follow in the Kriya tradition.
The Kriya lineage, which I happen to belong to, is a group of householders, which means they all have been married, with the exception of Yoganandaji, who took the vow of brahmacharya. Obviously, if we're all householders, it means we believe strongly in relationships, marriage relationship. I better be very specific there. My wife would say, you shouldn't have to have the government to approve your love relationship, but that's her viewpoint. Historically, love and yoga go together. Passion and yoga go together. Devotion and yoga go together. Service and unselfishness and yoga go together. Promiscuousness and yoga does not go together. So if you're asking me what is the position of yoga, the position of yoga is a human being, and we find in the Catholic Church, as well as in many of the Indians who take brahmacharya, that it is not a healthy approach. Very few people, if any, are really capable of sustaining brahmacharya, sexual abstinence, without becoming a little strange in their head, if I can be very open with you. But the answer is very clearly, we are creatures of love, and for men in particular, it's probably the most important factor. For men in general, it's always me, I, mine. And all of a sudden, some biology or karma takes place, and they fall in love. And all of a sudden, it's you. And that's a whole unbelievable transformation from selfishness to unselfishness. And so as far as I'm concerned, historically, from my lineage, love and yoga go together very well. The problem is that people have schismed their mind, excuse me, and therefore really schismed to a very great degree. The earth life is here and the holy life is there. This is sacred and this is unsacred. But the teaching is very clear. All life is sacred. And the most sacred part for a man is a woman, and the most sacred part for a woman is a man. It's a question of how we serve them, not what we're going to extract from them.
And so how would one go about having a relationship which helps them to serve their partner?
It's easy. Have no needs. Learn detachment, so you have no needs, and then you think, well, I have no needs. Maybe this would be a good time for me to get married and have kids. But most people have selfish needs, unrealistic needs, and they get married because mommy wants them to get married. Gee, I can't go anywhere unless I have a husband to go with. All of that, forgive my bad language, social garbage. So the first step, which is what you're asking, is to build this healthy self-image. And once we do that, we will attract people to us. We don't have to be chasing them.
And if you had advice for people who maybe are already in a relationship and would like to do what they can to make it lasting, what would that be?
Well, I think if a person's in a relationship and it's not very satisfactory, it's not going well, it's serious problems, war is happening, there's very one simple thing to do: shut up. That's the first thing. Second thing, start listening, but don't listen with the head, listen with the heart. Communication is an unbelievable difficult subject. We think because we say love, people understand. For men, they're thinking with the head below the belt, and women are thinking with the head above the belt, and so they have problems there. So we have to listen, forgive me, with an open heart to what they're trying to say, rather than to jump on this word and that word. We have a bunch of emotions in all of our being. They're called red buttons. And so my red button may not be your red button, and so you use that word and all of a sudden I'm out screaming. You see this all the time with people. There's certain words, women are more aware of it than men, that there's certain words that should not be used in a discussion. And so the answer is to try to shut them out. I'm saying it harshly, forgive me. To be silent if you want me to be more polite. Second is to listen, but not with the head. Listen with the heart. What is the person trying to say? Third thing, you're right, dear. That's the first thing, no matter what they say, no, and especially when they're wrong. You're right. Or if you want to be a little more tactful and more accurate, wow, I never thought from that viewpoint before. I need to think about it. That's good. And then the fourth point is, I'm sorry. You know, and we all should be sorry that we are so impatient to sell our idea that we're unwilling to hear and accept, even in reflection, the other person's idea. And I think this comes from all the religious training. You know, each religion says they're right, everybody else is wrong, and we get this idea that somehow we become self-righteous and think we're right and everybody else is wrong. And it isn't true. Everybody's wrong. That's why we're down here, to learn to correct it. So we have to learn to listen with our heart and to answer with our throat chakra, Mercury chakra, wisdom chakra if you prefer. First is to accept that you don't know everything, and remember, it's not always people, I hear, I didn't do that, it's not my fault, I never did that. What they forget is the other factor of the things they didn't do that they should be doing. That's what they have to pay more attention to. Not what should I have to stop doing, but what should I have been doing all this time.
We've been talking to Goswami Kriyananda at the Temple of Kriya Yoga in Chicago.